control, so, we'll see.
You never know what's going to happen on control. It can be very swingy, but here we go. Lipper's going to be shifting over onto the Widowmaker, so straight out the gate is going for that, and it looks like Fitz is staying with the Symmetra, which is an interesting alteration here. So
Libero was a good hit scan player for a long time. We'll see if he can actually just pop a shot.
Okay, well, they're just going straight at Libero. They will force him back into the dropship, but unfortunately, with all of this ring around the Rosie, NYXL have gotten themselves planted on the point. The wall's going to be coming up to try to block off the Seoul Dynasty, and the lock-in does come through. Fitz going to be able to pick up two, though. Mono and Mondu both going to be taken down by the Symmetra.
That's got to be
out. The Sim is just, supercharged, can use the wall to just go ahead and get that beam ready to roll. NYXL still in control of the point for now as Hoxel tries it away, goes into the ice block, but will get popped out, will get taken down. And the Seoul Dynasty should be able to get this one. Yeah, the wall comes up to go ahead and stop Mono from making his way in. The freeze on they're looking for that stagger kill, and the flip will be coming through.
Fitz with the most amazing Overwatch play we've ever seen. He looked directly in front of his screen and then he held down his mouse button. Like, Fitz crushed it right there. But like, really, like, you take down the opponent's main support, their main tank, that's it. That's just kind of it. That's what happens when you're running this thing. And like, now they're in a really good spot because this is where you want to be when you're running Symmetra. It's like, you can't come in. You're going to get slowed, you're going to get messed up.
Yeah, wall again is going to be the battery here to charge up Fitz. He's going to go and throw down the barrier, but that's eliminated by Libero. The headshot coming through, just cutting him out. While Fitz tries to turn things around, the Blizzard tearing off Papa. That onto Doshin, but there's still some staying power here for the Seoul Dynasty. Some pretty significant staying power, especially if Kobe could survive, but Libero has the shot, does manage to take him out. And it seems like this will just be a delayed flip coming in. A little bit of extra delay, a nice charge from Mono, though, by Profit. That's the primary delay tactic that the Seoul Dynasty do have at the disposal. Marvel is going to be put in the corner, and will get taken out here. So back on the board is the NYXL, but Seoul Dynasty keeping things close. We'll see if this is just going to be one of those pendulum swing maps here, Hex, where it just keeps getting flipped back and forth.
Yeah, they're chilling for a second. This is actually going to be like this weird main tank difference kind of thing, because like if Mono hits a giant shatter, like that will change everything. However, there is still a supercharger for the defense of the Seoul Dynasty. So it's whoever gets more value out of their main tank is going to be the one who wins.
Yeah, supercharger is there, and the Halt is just going to pull Mono right off the side of the map. Doesn't get an opportunity to go for that shatter as you were talking about, but we're going to be suffering a similar fate. Not quite sure what happened there, but Kobe finds the poop on a Hotba, and the Seoul Dynasty are turning things around. Libero, however, is trying to shut that down. Prophet barely manages to outwit Hoxel. Libero going to be pulled back around the corner, has no HP, gets the flashbang in, does manage to find the headshot onto the May, but will be eliminated. The fight is still going, however, as NYXL stretching this point as good as they possibly can in their favor. 85% now on the board is the Seoul Dynasty, 84 rather. Seoul Dynasty do manage to get that foot, but how long can they hold this for? So far, just a Deadeye, but with a Blizzard on the way, NYXL starting to get those tools ready, and they have time on their side.
This has been so back and forth, and New York really only has like the Deadeye, and Deadeye is a terrible ultimate. It's just not a good ult. But Seoul Dynasty has their support ultimates up, so they should be able to hold proper here.
You would think that. Dynamite going to be going forward as Fitz trying to get the bomb online, just 10% or so shy of that at the moment. Seoul Dynasty take the point off of the fight, look to match NYXL here on the side. Be very dangerous territory, especially if Toby can get his way through there, getting some boops off into the pit. Deadeye's going to be rolling. It's going to be shot straight into the shield of Marvel. NYXL make their way on to the point. 92% now on the board for the Seoul Dynasty. The bomb is going to be sent straight off the side of the map, but Marvel manages to find two with the pin. Hoxel and Hotba both eliminated, and that should be in. Hotba not going to be able to use the flux. Mondu not going to be able to get the sound barrier. The OT going to bleed away, and a very close first round here, Hex, but 100 to 84% and Seoul Dynasty take it.
Yeah, definitely. They just walked onto the point because Deadeye did Deadeye things, which is absolutely nothing because Deadeye sucks and it's a terrible ultimate. And they just walked onto the point and they just put up a shield and they just totally rolled over the point. Seoul has looked way better the last couple of days. There's many things I want to say badly about Seoul, but I can't say that about the last couple of days. They've really adapted to the meta. They have a chance to come back into this and really like regain their idea of what they are as a team. And this is a great supercharger. It's a good pull. It's a good yank. Like everything goes well for Seoul here.
I actually wanted to keep watching because I think Marvel goes off the side. I think he actually tried to pin maybe into the May wall and then slid along and went into the pit, but without the replay. Can't quite confirm, but that's just going to be my assumption. Marvel now going to be swapping over onto the Wrecking Ball, however, as Hotba will be moving to the Diva. So we'll be seeing her for the first time so far in this series. The roll through not going for the pile driver yet. Waits for it, but lands in front of the shield, so not going to be getting any damage from that.
Trying to poke around here with Libero, maybe get a little bit of headshot, but it's a strange map to try to run this.
I would say a strange DPS player to try to run this. You know, Libero has always been very much a projectile specialist, and NYXL have been putting him in on this McCree. This is the second time now, I believe, that we have seen it, and it's not bad, you know, it's not like he plays a bad McCree. It's just interesting to see when you have Nene, when you have Saviolbi on this line. A big Bionade connects on the NYXL, finding 5 members. They're not going to be fading out of that one to keep himself alive, as Mondu will get picked off. Marvel chasing forward, manages to find both he and the Libero, and it's been consistently just hacking and harassing in the back line. Almost has that EMP online as full lessons rolled from Jonek, so NYXL still looking to maintain control of this point for the moment. Pile driver will pop in, almost has the minefield available to Marvel. As the EMP will hit, it's going to be 5-man EMP coming through, and that should about do it here. NYXL, how do you try and survive? Marvel messing up the roll, going to get flashbanged. Taken low. It looks like he will be able to stay alive here, but Seoul Dynasty still haven't gotten this squad get hexed. Bionade on the 2.
I know, but the idea is that you just survive. You just keep living there, and like you get it from 48 to like 55, and you finally get there. Yes, that was definitely going to be a loss for them, but they totally pulled it off for like 18%. And now Seoul has to just like really defend this idea. New York can come in with I don't know. Blizzard's probably their best push.
It's gonna have to be the Blizzard, unless 2U eats it, because they do have that even now. So,
we'll see. They've been running a lot of that.
Yeah. Deadeye out again, not going to be finding too much there. Just owns 2U away for the moment. The Prophet got the headshot on the Hawksel in that meantime. The Bro trying to get the shot on Toby, but it's being a bit too elusive with the help of the Valkyrie. But Hotman manages to take out 2 with the self-destruct. 2U going to get popped out. Doesn't use his own self-destruct. Knows that this is a bit of a wash of a fight, it would seem, and doesn't want to overcommit to that. Marvel just going to be trying to delay as desperately wants to get this EMP online. Nano's invested for those who toss that onto the Wrecking Ball, and as they try to delay further, Mono with a really nice pin took Marvel off the point, but they can't finish him off. Looking for the freeze onto the Wrecking Ball, they will be able to finish him off as the EMP now comes through, but only finds Mondu. With that, with a Bionade on the 3, Seoul Dynasty just aren't going to be able to find any picks, it would seem. A bit of damage coming out, taking Hotball rather low, but they haven't been able to break him out of this mech yet, and it seems like NYXL is going to hold this point now, getting ready to move up past 75%.
Yeah, they're happy to hold this point at 75 and counting up. There's never been an instance where Seoul even looks like they're going to sneak this back. Seoul maybe has one more push to get in there, and I think you open it up with like a self-destruct and then just hope that everything else goes well. You maybe nano behind it, but right now New York is just in a superior position right now.
Yeah, that was a great angle for that self-destruct. Roll through from Marvel will guarantee the overtime as it does start to bleed away. If you can get an EMP online here pretty rapidly, maybe they have an opportunity. Deadeye's going to be coming out, but 2U's back into the mech zone. Everybody should be feeling pretty safe about that one. Roll through going to be taking Mono low, Bionade really helping to take him down as 2U pushes forward to get the killing blow. Bro, however, manages to find Minocean. 2U's going to be melted out of the mech. Bro, isolated in the back line, will get picked off. Pops the shield, slides down the steps. Does manage to stay alive despite being frozen. They can see the EMP coming through, manages to find 4 members, but the kills just are not there. Hawksel could not finish him off, and now that's going to be Blizzard coming in command. Freeze onto the Bob as he continues contesting the point here for the side of the Seoul Dynasty, but it's looking like we might be heading to a 3rd and final round. Red Zone come in, with Marvel straight back into fight, and they move off the point for just a second there. OT going on for so long, that is all that it takes for it to plummet. So 1-1, and looks like we're gonna have our first map decided by village now.
I think like the EMP when it comes off and like maybe it hits all 4, but it's just 4 and you don't have the follow-up to really like contest that point. It was okay. It's nice that you hit 4 people, but there's as a Sombra you don't really do much damage. Like the gun's not that cool and you don't really have the people you need to really follow up on that damage. So like that late EMP really hurts them. I don't know. Like Soul. Look, I want Soul to run Pharah. I really do. Soul's run Pharah for like the last couple of maps, and no one's been able to deal with it. It's been kind of weird. People have run Widow against this Pharah, and it's still not worked. Like, Soul's Pharah has been crushing.
If he gets picked here, I think honestly he might just end up swapping over to the Echo as well, just to have a bit of faster mobility. Doesn't have anywhere near as much staying power in the air, but is a bit more elusive.
Yeah.
But
now
we'll
they're
see.
in. They're in.
Oh, he's just jumping straight on top of their skulls right there. Could have gotten punished, but NY Excel saying, nah, we'll just go for the first cap instead. But now Fitz finds a pick-off, so that should be the go button for the Soul Dynasty to start pressing in towards the point.
That's all they're healing, too. That's all they're healing.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, Soul should.
It's a headshot
Soul
on the
should
PM.
have this like twice. Yeah.
Yeah. No. They say, you know what, it's fine. It's just 20-some-odd% that we'll be giving up as we get this flip into our favor. 19 there at the end, and now Soul Dynasty going to be in control. And you can see Prophet actually not getting a whole lot of damage in, but the Pharah is always such a threat up in the sky that you can fully just reroute a team and make them take different angles of approach, or pack them into a corner inside of a building because they're trying to avoid taking damage.
People say it's like not a lot of damage, but it's like, oh, I just took 100 on accident. Like that's kind of a lot of damage. Like, if you don't really have an answer to it, you're just getting kind of bopped a lot of the time. So, yeah, this has been Soul's bread and butter over the last week or so. Like they really love the Pharah.
Yep. Oh, major roll through, and yet again a massive Bionate comes out from Bedosian. On the 5 members again. Barrage now coming through as the Diva gets popped out of the mech, and Libero's got nowhere to go, so we'll get finished off by Prophet, and that's just going to be a team white. Soul Dynasty still in control. They have the res as well, so no chance of NYXL coming back in before Bedosian can rejoin with the team. So really strong lead now established for Soul.
And how do you ever push into this? Like, yes, you have a McCree. Yes, you have a May. They're a long distance, but like, you kind of need a Zen. You need something to help you deal with this combo.
Well, another Bionade comes through. Coalescence is going to be committed by Jonak, but Mondu is already gone out of the fight. Back around the corner, NYXL still trying to make things work. Hoxel barely manages to get the Blizzard online, but will not live long enough to use it. Probably for the better the betterment of the NYXL, because I think 2U was primed and ready to go ahead and devour that one. The Red brings
I don't think you.
Here we are, Hex. I
don't think you ever can use Barrage here. Like Barrage just gets you killed. Just don't ever use Barrage, Prophet. Barrage is terrible ultimate.
Either, I mean, if they can get hot but out, then like they had for the last one. But even then, I tend to agree with you that it's maybe a little bit too risky. But now one,
got
support's just in onto the point with no tanks around them. That's a good barrage. That's the perfect time to use it. Alpha's going to come. That's Alpha's basically was already finished off. Just now respawns with the repress. No way of getting there. And the Soul Dynasty. We'll just go ahead and pick up map number 1. Nepal is theirs over the NYXL. Fantastic start for Soul.
The best thing I can say to aspiring Pharah mains is just kill one person. Like, it's fine to just kill one person. Maybe get 2. Maybe get 2. That's nice, but don't try to get 5. You'll die. You'll die in 5. I
mean, that was perfect,
like that. Yeah, absolutely. And this is like Soul has run Pharah constantly. Like, people should be expecting this, and they've been able to pull it out better than most people have.
Yeah, I mean, Prophet just he takes the picks pretty well. As it turns out, Prophet is still very good at Overwatch. He's been having a little bit of a resurgence here.
He's
yeah,
all right.
with the rest of
He's
the
all
Seoul
right,
Dynasty.
yeah.
It's a strong start, but can they keep it moving? Can they have a repeat of yesterday? That's the biggest question. It was, a close-looking start to the series, and then Seoul Dynasty were able to run away with it. Maybe they can go for the back-to-back on that, because a 3-0 would be a major statement over the NYXL for the Seoul fans, and
totally.
for everybody, looking forward to them moving into the postseason. But we're going to see what happens. We're going to go to a quick little break, and when we come back, we'll have map number 2, so stay tuned.